Uh,
Hello everyone. Today we are going to talk about whether Malaysians are good at understanding and doing their civic duties. As per the topic we're given, I'm agree with this point that our Malaysians are more concerned about emphasis of the education system. As per example, the Malaysian education system has often been criti- criticized for focusing on academic achievement and rote learning, which neglecting civic education and critical thinking. This could have an effect on the degree of civic awareness among the people. Moreover, diversity of ethnic and culture was sizable population of Malay, Chinese, Indian, and indigenous people. Malaysia has a complex ethnic and cultural makeup that makes promoting a shared civic awareness particularly difficult. Diverse communities could exhibit differing levels of involvement and viewpoints toward public affairs. How about you, Mr. Sharid?
Um, for me, I agree with your opinion. I think Malaysia people have low level of civic awareness. Some some statement for that is limited participation in political processes. Uh, for example, in Malaysia, there is often observed a low level of participation in political processes beyond voting, such as engaging in public discussions, policy making, or community level decision making, suggesting a gap in civic awareness. And other than that, challenges in environmental responsibility. The persistent issues with environmental management, such as illegal dumping and poor recycling practice, points toward a need for greater civic awareness in Malaysia regarding environmental stewardship. And lastly, lack of understanding of rights and responsibilities. There seems to be a limited understanding among many Malaysians of their civic rights and responsibility, as evidenced by low engagement in community initiatives and public consultations. I think we can continue with someone who is disagree.
I disagree. Uh, I think it's not fair to say that Malaysia don't care. Many people are helping out in their communities, volunteering and trying to make team better. Um, Also, young people are getting more involved in social and political issues, even though it might not look the same as before. It's a sign that we are learning and caring about our society. Uh, the third, we should not forget about education. Maybe if we teach more about being a good citizen, think we get better. We need to start early to help everyone understand their role in making our country better. How about you, Nazra?
okay, thank you, Wanzul Padli, with your statement. And I agree with Tasvinder and Shari's statement. But for me, I disagree with the statement that Malaysians do not have proper civics awareness. While it's true that civics awareness levels can vary among individuals and communities, it will be unfair to generalize that entire Malaysia population. Malaysia has a rich history of community engagement, social activities, and volunteerism. There are numerous instances where Malaysians has have strong civics awareness, such as participant in communities event, environmental and charitable activities. Additional, The country has a vibrant civil society with various non-governmental organizations or NGO working on issues ranging from human rights to environmental protection. Moreover, Malaysia has a well-established education system that includes elements of civics education. Students learn about civics responsibility, nation's value, and community's engagement from an early age. The government also promotes civics awareness through campaign to encourage activity citizens. While there may be room for improvement in certain areas, it is essential to recognize the positive effort and i- incentives that Malaysians are already undertaking to contribute to the communities and societies as a whole. Generalizing about the lack of civics awareness may overlook the diverse and active civics engagement that exists within the Malaysians and populations. So, Desmender, did you agree with my statement?
I believe that it's your points, but apart from your disagreement, Mr. Nazran, to proving my agreement point, I'm truly believe that our Malaysian has potential in have a potential in intelligence to ensure the political intelligence, even though they are not involved too much into politics, which as Malaysia political landscape is intricate, public understanding and engagement with civic issues can be influenced by topics like political rights, corruption, and governance. For instance, the 1MDB scanner brought corruption and governance difficulties to light, increasing the general public's knowledge of civic issues in Malaysia. Furthermore, public display of power, big public protests like the Bersih marches in support of electoral reform show that a considerable portion of Malaysians are politically engaged and have a high level of civic knowledge. Are my points are valid, Mr. Sharil?
I think yes, it is valid. Another statement is from media influence and misinformation. The prevalence of misinformation and the lack of critical engagement with media in Malaysia suggests that civic awareness, particularly in the digital age, is not at an optimal level. And educational system focus. The Malaysian educational system has been critiqued for not sufficiently emphasizing civic education, contributing to a lack of civic awareness among young citizens. It's crucial to provide evidence or example to support that statements and to recognize that they represent general trends or perception rather than the experiences of all Malaysians. Also, it's important to balance such views with the understanding that civic awareness is a complex and evolving aspect of any society, and many individuals and groups in Malaysia are actively working to improve it.
Okay, for me, I also agree with your statement that Malaysian have a proper civic awareness, and your opinion is good. But for me and Wanzul Padli, we stick with our point that we are disagree with the Malaysian have a lack proper civic awareness because as we can see, the education system in Malaysians uh, emphasizes civics education and teaching students about the responsibility and nation's value. So for me, I stick with my point that I disagree with the idea that both of you were discussed, and maybe we can see a conclusion from Taswinder about our discussion today.
Okay, so apart from that, we hear about our agreement and disagreement about this topic. I want to conclude that our perspective on whether Malaysia have proper civic awareness may vary based on different factors and individual experience. While there are instances of active civic engagement and strong community spirit, there are also observations of limited political participation and inadequate emphasis of civic education. It is essential to recognize both viewpoints and work towards fostering a more informed and engaged citizen in Malaysia. So thank you all for sharing our agree and disagreement on this topic, which we have a different perspective in our point of view in this topic. Once again, thank you all.
Okay, thank you.
Thank
Thank
you
you.
to